A reading from the Holy Gospel of Luke, chapter 14, verses 1 through 14. One Sabbath, when he went to dine at the house of a ruler of the Pharisees, they were watching him carefully. And behold, there was a man before him who had dropsy. And Jesus responded to the lawyers and Pharisees, saying, "Is it lawful to heal on the Sabbath or not?" But they remained silent. Then he took him and healed him and sent him away. And he said to them, "Which of you, having a son or an ox that has fallen into a well on the Sabbath day, will not immediately pull him out?" And they could not reply to these things. Now he told a parable to those who were invited, when he noticed how they chose the places of honor, saying to them, "When you are invited by someone to a wedding feast, do not sit down in a place of honor, lest someone more distinguished than you be invited by him. And he who invited you both will come and say to you, 'Give your place to this person,' and then you will begin with shame to take the lowest place. But when you are invited, go and sit in the lowest place, so that when your host comes, he may say to you, 'Friend, move up higher.' Then you will be honored in the presence of all who sit at table with you. For everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted." He said also to the man who had invited him, "When you give a dinner or a banquet, do not invite your friends or your brothers or your relatives or rich neighbors, lest they also invite you in return and you be repaid. But when you give a feast, invite the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind, and you will be blessed, because they cannot repay you, for you will be repaid at the resurrection of the just." This is the gospel of the Lord. Praise to you, O Christ. Every society operates on an economy of exchange. We see it in business, in networking, and even in our social lives. There is an unspoken ledger of favors given and favors owed. In Luke 14, Jesus attends a dinner party that becomes a classroom, and his subject is the radical new economy of the kingdom of God. The scene is set at the home of a Pharisee, a place governed by strict rules of piety and social status. The tension is immediate. Jesus heals a man with dropsy on the Sabbath. For his hosts, this is a violation of religious law. For Jesus, it is a demonstration of kingdom law. Mercy always outweighs regulation. He exposes their hypocrisy by asking if they wouldn't save their own son or ox on the Sabbath. They have no answer. Having challenged their religious economy, Jesus then turns to their social economy. He observes the guests jockeying for places of honor, a critical practice in the honor-shame culture of the ancient Near East. His parable is a direct assault on this mindset. He advises taking the lowest place, making yourself vulnerable to the host's decision. The spiritual principle is profound. Everyone who exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted. God, the ultimate host, is the one who assigns true honor, and his criterion is humility. Finally, Jesus challenges the very economic foundation of their hospitality. He tells the host to invite not those who can provide a return on investment, friends, relatives, rich neighbors, but those who represent a total social and economic loss: the poor, the crippled, the lame, the blind. This is not just a call to be charitable. It is a command to conduct our lives based on a different kind of repayment. The blessing, Jesus says, is precisely, quote, "because they cannot repay you." The repayment comes later, at the resurrection of the just, end quote. Jesus reorients our entire motivation for generosity, moving it from the horizontal plane of earthly reciprocity to the vertical plane of eternal reward from God. So what does this kingdom economy look like for us? Here is your exhortation. Conduct an audit of your own hospitality. Look at your calendar and your social patterns. Then, this week, intentionally extend a meaningful act of hospitality to someone who cannot repay you. This could be a meal, an evening in your home, or a significant gift of your time and resources to someone society often overlooks. Do it not for charity, but as a citizen of the kingdom, operating on the economy of grace.